Hi, this is me again, and this here so you. Now, I'm doing this video, and my car is making noises, and I try to keep my hand on the wheel, so I'm doing this video like this because I'm pressed for time, and I'm kind of late. Late for church, and this is on my mind. And I got up early enough where I could have got ready and left, but that didn't happen. But I've been thinking. I was laying in my bed, and I see more and more videos about Candice Owens, farmer, and this was on my mind, and I said, and I need to tell people to let them know, look in it before they, I was going to do a quick video, say before people check my, before people comment on my video, they might want to check in the description. Now, I did a video, Pray for Candice Owens, OF, O-F, and others. And people probably, they saw on there that I mentioned that that some people, they don't, all Christians don't know that witchcraft is wrong. And some people, they don't, people do different things like that. And without looking at the description, people would think I would be endorsing it and thinking that because of people's ignorances, yeah, I'm at the stoplight now. That's kind of long. Whose ignorances is, that I'm endorsing or anything like that. Now, I don't endorse it. It's abomination, just like some other things that I'm not going to mention right now. Now, the things that was said that, and right now they got, she's blaming Trump, and just like he's the go-to person to blame for a lot of things like that. And because people don't know what's going on, they just take out what the mainstream media and media is saying about everything, and everything that, sometimes people, they get upset, and then she's really grieving. I know people saying, oh, she's going against what. I'm like, I literally have seen videos online, and these are people, I don't even know if they really seen her videos. Their videos online who are stating that they, things related to the case and the situation with the Charlie Kirk thing. Now, I actually follow him online, and if you watch enough of them, you'll see there are quite a bit of videos. There's even, I saw one recently that had some different clips of Candice and Charlie. For all the people who say, oh, he's a white supremacist. I'm like, you think a white supremacist be hanging out with a loudmouth person that's Candice Owens, a farmer? Do people really watch her video? She's a conservative, yeah, but she's out there, a voice, a big voice, outside the ones that she was with, the conservative outlet that she was previously with. Now, I missed the turn. I was supposed to go that way. So I end up going to the direction where I'm going if I was going to work or something. But this video is being done because I had a lot on my mind, and this whole thing is kind of bothering me. It's kind of bothering me that they're making it look like Candice is crazy and she's just that she's the only one saying out their things. If you watch the videos I've watched, their videos claiming that his death was fake. Their videos out there, just like the ones about the Floyd thing, that saying that his was like, there things out there. The out there thing, and people are watching, and I'm talking about people who are Trump supporters, who supported Charlie Kirk. They're saying that the thing about the wife, they're saying that she didn't look like she was, sincere and things like that. And they're doing a background about her. And then I seen something that people did a background connection with Candice. Now, I don't doubt that, just like people saying that somebody was placed in, like she was placed in Charlie's life. I don't doubt that there was that guy that Candice is married to. I don't doubt that he, that it's a possibility that he might have been. I don't know. I can't say it, but I'm just giving my opinion. I can only give my opinion. And all people, but believe me, that people are doing backgrounds about, if you put it online and people see if you're a public figure, they're going to do backgrounds of you. The Patriots will do background, because a lot of the people that I'm subscribed to and then I watch online and watch on YouTube and Rumble, some of these people are very deep diggers. And I have somebody subscribed to on Rumble. He started saying diggers, not the other word. If you got to say the D word, diggers, like you digging something. You like have a shovel digging something. Diggers, not the other one. So he said my diggers. He's saying diggers, like people who can dig and research information. Now, people who actually research information, they're going to know something is fishy about the whole thing related to the Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, I don't agree with all what Candice is saying, and she's going out there attacking different people, including Trump, and I don't doubt that all the people that were around Charlie were not his friends. It's primary to all the people who knew him and stuff like that. Everybody that was around him, I would say, wasn't his friend. And people say, "Oh, she's saying this, all this." I'm like, there are videos out there, and these are videos with people who research, who analyze, who slow down the video, who literally slowed down the video, replayed the video of the assassination and slowed it down, looked at it, and people who look at different things, people who actually been in a situation to cover up stuff. People are watching that. People with government, military intel. Now, my advice is, I think somebody in the military, somebody good people in the military need to pull aside Candice and say, baby girl, we appreciate your love and your care for Charlie, but some of the statements you're making online are, if you're compromising, if there's anything, if by chance that there are, information, the chance that if things weren't the way they seem, you're compromising the whole situation. So somebody in the military, somebody really good, somebody in the government or wherever, need to pull Candice aside and say, because a lot of us don't believe Tyler did it. Even if, whether that, because just like they said, just like people are sharing that there were multiple shooters for the Kennedy assassination. Now, I can refer you to a YouTuber I can refer you to places, a YouTuber who was a few years back who did extensive, and he's shared online. There's people who have way more followers and way more people followers than I have. Now, I had a certain amount of subscribers. Somebody unfollowed me on my YouTube channel. They must have got offended or something I said and thought it was, maybe it was offensive or something that I said. So they unfollowed. Well, so be it. Back down to a certain amount of subscribers. Now, I would like subscribers, and I would like to be able to go live. And to go live, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers. But this thing I was laying in my bed, and it was kind of troubling me because people are making it look like she's crazy and she needs to just shut up and she's crazy and she's grieving more than the wife. I'm like, yeah, maybe I would think that, because folks say, oh, people handle grief differently. Yeah, I have family members, and even I handle grief differently when my mom passed. Some people might think I should have handled it maybe more grief, and my grandparents and different things. I don't have any on either side. So people handle grief differently. Now, some people, they don't grieve as much as others, and some people, they able to, if they know you if your family member knows, your loved one knows that you're in a better place, they might not grieve as much. And I said, yeah, you might not grieve as much. It'll be heartbroken to see what happened, but some people, they don't grieve really hard like that. They'll say, or you knew somebody was had health problems or something like that, or even if somebody who tragic death, you cry a certain amount, and then every now and then I do wish my mom was still with me, because some things that I've had that I've dealt with personally, that I wish she was there, and my grandparents or different grandmothers, but they're not here. And the thing is, I just deal with my family members that I'm already have. But back to Candice, the thing is, somebody just got to talk to her. People just continue to pray for her. And I'll say this, and I'm watching how people are talking about her, Tucker Carlson, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I'm gonna say that a lot of people, they get upset if you aren't strong, if no hatred towards people who are of a certain faith. But the thing is, people aren't, they call you an anti-Semite and saying that you hate this certain group of people because you don't think that you think that the U.S. is going a little bit deep in, and people are going too deep in, and people of the Christian faith are going too deep in on a certain country. Now I'm in fellowship who we are of a support of Israel, not necessarily the Israel, the government. I'm just having to be at a fellowship that's not that I don't know. I never asked about financial donations to going up, but every now and then it comes up, and people are saying that the Bible does tell us to pray for the peace of Jerusalem and stuff like that. Pray for that peace and pay for keep prayer on that side. But people go all but if you're not extremely on, say, the side of, if you say that you don't like what's going on and you don't like neither one of the parties fighting, you might be called an anti-Semitic or something like that. But the thing with Candice, I'm like, she's saying a whole lot, and she's asking a lot of questions as far as some of the things she's looking at is because I believe she's genuinely grieving. But you also got to look at the simple. You got to look at the look at it that she doesn't know. She doesn't know what a lot of us who actually subscribe to and watch online, people with government military intel. Now, there are people who have shared things. Now, the people, I've even seen a video, people on the even people who don't have all the information that some people who watch the different videos watch. I've seen a video, and I was thinking about it. I said, there are people in the medical field. They forget that there are people in the medical field that was watching that whole situation with the assassination too, and from even watching the stuff with Erica online. They forget that there are people in the medical field, because I've watched. There's quite a bit of there's people who are analyzing from the medical field, and stuff doesn't add up to it with them either. People who, and I'm like this, and I even had and they forget that there are people who and this is the thing that I've seen, because I've watched stuff from people who survived different tragic things like MK Ultra mind control and different things like that. Allegedly, who survives different things, who have been trafficked in different things and been exploited. And they're looking at the case too. Different ones are looking at the case, and one lady looking at the case and looking at the guy with the, that they're claiming that did. Now, people are already exposed before, people are already saying, I don't care how people look at it, and they say, you're wrong if you don't stick with the mainstream narrative. I'm like, they lied to us so much about cases. They lied to us about the George Floyd case. I'm at a stoplight. I'm at the stoplight now. But the thing is, people need to analyze and just look at different things. They can't just say, I wish that I can hear the background of somebody's music in their on the vehicle, but I don't have nothing to do it because I'm recording a video with background noise. Okay, I just had to to move away from the. I had to move away from the vehicle to pull off from the. But the thing is, I'm looking at this. This bothers me. This is deeply troubling. I'm deeply troubled by the whole situation, because people they're using Candice is being used as the fall person to attack, because she's been very verbal about things and she has the larger following, and she's on YouTube. Now, if people were to go on Rumble, on other platforms and other channels, I say other channels, people who don't have quite as large as a following as Candice, they'll find out that their people are asking some of the same questions. And this is from people who supported Charlie Kirk, and as well as supported Charlie Kirk as well as Trump. They're asking some of the same questions as Candice is asking. They're looking at the case the same. They're looking at the case that everything that the mainstream media, and also I would say other YouTubers who are going along with the mainstream narrative are saying. And we're supposed to just automatically go along with everything. I'm just saying. And this bothers me because they're looking at her like, oh yeah, she's compromising the case. And I'm like, she's not the only one that has large followings that's saying certain things, or saying about that's asking about the people that was around Charlie. So just saying that she's the only one that's talking about Erica, she's the only one. She's not the only one. And there are people who they don't want to be critical. And I've seen the videos. There are people who they don't want to be critical, but the thing is, this lady is not being quite, how people should be after losing a spouse that tragically like that. I don't care what y'all. I don't care. I don't have a large following. I can refer. I could put something in the description, and people could, comment and say, refer me to a channel, a YouTube and a Rumble channel that's saying stuff differently from the mainstream media. Yes, I could maybe refer. I could refer you to channels who have people who have over 100,000 subscribers who supported Trump and also Charlie Kirk. Or supported Trump and they thought well of Charlie Kirk and also well of Candace Owens. I'm at a stoplight. I'm just saying. It's just that it bothers me that people are only doing videos on one person. I know they said a little about Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's a little bit about that, but but Candice is the only one that people seem to act like she's the only one out there that's saying stuff. There are people who got videos. Medical field people. People who have certain type of medical training. There are people who, I just say that people just gotta pray that I would pray that she does encounter Jesus and a lot of people need to be filled with the Holy Ghost. I ain't there where I need to be. I'm just saying, I'm not there where I need to be spiritually, but some people need to. I'm just saying, like some of the older saints would say, or some of the young ones say, she need the Holy Ghost. Yeah, they say that, and I would say it, but I'm just saying, I'm putting the thing out there that all people who have the faith, they don't believe. All the people who are in Christ, who's supposed to be in Christ, everybody doesn't believe the Bible. And I'm sure she's somebody there that doesn't fully, because for somebody to be Protestant, to turn from being Protestant to being Catholic, and no knock on the Catholic. I got some that I go to work from my job. Nothing knocking y'all, because I know somebody's gonna watch this and say she's knocking against Catholic. I said, well, there's some people. There's certain things that are done, but regardless, I don't agree with all the denominations. But the key fact is, does the person genuinely believe in the biblical death and resurrection? Believe that Jesus is the Son of God, that he died and rose again. And then, both pray to get filled with the Holy Ghost and speaking in tongues. I know, but I'm not going to get into that. But that's not what this video was about. And there's things that I said on my videos that will come across as offensive to some people that might be, spirit filled, and other believers who say that I said some things that might have been offensive. But me being in a good fellowship, I'm in a good fellowship. It's not a large fellowship. That means I go to house fellowship. I haven't fellowship with other ministry that I haven't fellowship in a while as much. But thing is, different ones that I fellowship in the area, in the DC metropolitan area. And out of town, I was recently in Georgia and in Florida. And I just had, and I got to do another video related to my ticket, which I don't have, when I did that video about the medical thing, I'm just sharing that excuse me, I'm belching. I genuinely didn't have the extra money, didn't have the money like that to put out like that, because I had to pay if I didn't want to report to, into Georgia. I would have to, I keep people, posted what happened. But I really, the thing is, in order to not show up in Georgia, I had to pay a certain amount of money that I have other stuff that I have, financial obligations that I had to pay. Now, I'm on, trying to look online, trying to, get more credit and stuff like that. And I really would like more subscribers. Maybe somebody would, see this video. But I just will say this. Just somebody just got to, they can pull her to the side and say, Candice. I said, Candice. And this video is longer than what I planned it to be. Somebody just got to pull her to the side and just say, Candice. You got to, because you're the loudest voice where people see. Even though other people are saying some of the similar stuff and are asking some of the same questions and talking about the people around Charlie and stuff like that, somebody need to pull her aside, say, Candice, you compromising some of the, you compromising stuff. And some people would say me doing a video about it is compromising as well. But I'm saying, all I'm doing is I'm saying that other people have done videos. I'm just giving my opinions. And I'm saying that there are people who have larger followings, way more subscribers than I have as of this video. People who with thousands of subscribers, they have different opinions. And you want to go down that rabbit hole? It's a rabbit hole. If you look at everything with this case, you want to go down that rabbit hole? But because of most people, they don't want to go down that rabbit hole. They just automatically believe the mainstream narrative that who they caught and they said who did it. They claim the person that they said who did it, because a young guy in his early 20s who had no military background, and they're not even saying that. There are people that's actually saying, not even saying that there's the situation, because people who are in certain allegedly in certain mind programs, they can train somebody up and radicalize somebody. But to come from a strong family, and to be that, I don't buy it. I'm sorry, y'all. And some people will attack me after this video and say, why can't you believe that the guy did it, that they said did it, and because he's part of a certain type of community and they're radicalizing certain. I said, I don't believe it. And there are a bunch of other people, and every time I look in the comment section on different videos, people are commenting. And I just saw one last night when I was looking. People are commenting in the feed and comment section. They don't believe that the guy that they claiming did. It's just, they don't believe it. They don't buy it. I don't know how many people going to listen to this video. I just hope people watch it and check in the description of this video. And it just bothers me that there's only one female that the only one female, they're looking at Candice like she's crazy because she's the biggest, loudest voice. I don't believe that she's really, it's just that she's not. It's, the thing is, she doesn't have certain information that a lot of us have with people who are analyzing it, the case, the whole situation. I just feel, I feel, when she's come across, I feel the grief. She's really grieving. I'm sorry. People think that she's not grieving. She is grieving for real. And she's very frustrated that people aren't saying that she's not hearing. She's not hearing people telling her they're, analyzing the whole case. But I'm going to have to leave that there because this video is still longer than I wanted it to be. I didn't plan to do a long video. And this video is longer, and I just hope somebody watches it or just listens to the audio of it, because Candice is not the only one that's want to go to going down that rabbit hole, and that's saying that what she's saying. I know I'm repeating and saying that, but she's not the only one that has a large following that's saying different things what she's saying. But I will say this. Just, somebody get a hold of her. And people asking about her husband. I said, the thing with her husband is her husband, he might agree. Just like agree with the thing with with the French president's said wife. And when I saw her do the video claiming that his said wife is a man, I thought about it. My mind said, Candice Owens' husband is European. And I'm sure they had a little talk, husband and wife had a little talk and he agrees. He's European. He's from across the pond. He's a conservative too, but he's from across the pond. And yeah, I'm already parked now. But that's the thing. Somebody needs to, and there plenty of information out there to support. There are pictures online that support that and they attacking her because they know she has money. And that's the reason why. Because other people have done videos other than Candice about that, or about, just like they did the ones about Michelle Obama and stuff like that. They just only attack the people, coming at the people who had the most money. People that don't have money, they aren't really doing a lawsuit. But I gotta go in. I'm already was late for church, and I'm just already late. And I had planned to leave, and I was laying in bed this morning. I said, I got up, and then I was trying to save videos and clear up my space on my phone, and just enough. So maybe this could get downloaded and get out there to the people, because this is on my mind. I'm laying there and I'm praying. I'm like, dang, this lady she's putting out journal. People need to, journalism, true journalism questions. But it just bothers me that she the only one that people seem to think that actually is doing videos about the case and Erica and the whole situation. It's just that I disagree on certain things that she's saying, and I don't agree with somebody doing uh, anything related to witchcraft or nothing like that. I don't support that. But I will say there are true journalism questions where one would want to ask, because everything we're being told over the mainstream media is not adding up. I'm sorry. Attack me if you want to after seeing this video. But everything doesn't add up. And everything didn't add up with the George Floyd thing. My Rumble channel. I said stuff on my Rumble channel, but I asked about the other thing, about some other stuff. Now, there are quite a bit of videos online about a whole lot of stuff that come on the mainstream media, and people who were government military intel, and people who don't have the government military intel, who is watching the cases and stuff like that's online and that's on the mainstream narrative, they don't buy it. Where, they're being lied to. They lied about Martin Luther King. They lied about Malcolm X. They lied about them. I found out that Martin Luther King Jr., he wasn't as the upstanding person that we were told from kids on up. Like, he wasn't the mainstream ideal of what we were being told, that we were lied to about him, about what they did background in. My thing is, all I can say is, I know people probably do a background me and look at it stuff, but I will say this. I'm just sharing that there are videos online of people who did videos, who are analyzing everything. All the stuff you hear in the history. And I, even saw one where the guy who I'm subscribed to, the bishop. Even God had him do a study on. These guys had to do a study on the missing books of the Bible, the ones that were taken out, the Vatican had removed. And it's very interesting on hearing certain stuff that we were told from the Bible that are being shared differently because of the the information from the missing books. Now, I would encourage people to dig on that and just dig on, go down the rabbit hole I'm just sharing. I've seen a whole lot of stuff online. And Candice is not the only one talking and doing videos about how there are different opposing mainstream narratives of the case. And they're not doing it. Everybody isn't doing it for clickbait. Some people have genuine opposing opinions from the mainstream narrative. So pray into it. You don't agree? Pray into it. Not pray into it. Or whatever you decide to do, I just say people who have a faith, pray into it. If you feel like whatever God shows you, wherever God shows you, and whatever kings like be, and think about it, and take a deep, deep thought. But because people don't want to research and they just want to go whatever the mainstream media, and it's so much easier to just whatever they told you on the news, that's. But these days, we have something called the internet. And you can look at that and you can dig and dig deeper. So, I'm going to have to leave that there. I got to go into church because I'm very late. And I'm going to get in before they do the Holy Communion. But I'm going to have to leave that there. And folks can just look at it. I just hope somebody watches my videos and maybe subscribe. I promise not to do video this long all the time. But this was on my mind, and I was laying in between praying, and I was laying there. I was like, this really bothers me that people actually think the lady's really crazy because she asks questions and answers some of the same ones that people that on other channels are asking or even accusing. I already stated the statements I disagree, some of the things I disagree with her on saying. So I'll just leave it there. I just hope somebody watches. I got videos. I need subscribers. I know. I said a lot. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. And I need to end this because I'm already late for church.